So hello guys, today we are going to see two most important and mostly used hooks in React.js. First one is useState hook and second one is useEffect hook that we're going to see in this video. To get started with me, you first need to install the React app in your system. To install the React app, you just need to type this command in your terminal. First is npx create React app, or in my case the app name is test. You can it's your choice, you can give whatever you want. And second one is start to start your app. So that's all you need to get started. So firstly we will see the use state hook, and second then we move forward to use effect hook. Use state hook is mainly used to manipulate the state of the component or the data we are going to use in our app. It is very simple to implement. Let's just implement first, and then we will explain the code snippet and syntax of that app. Now my battery is also going to die. So just const, just be with me. I will explain all the things right after it, and use it is showing me error because we haven't imported in our in our React app. So first you before using all any component in React, you just first need to import it first, and then you can use it in our app. So first you just have to import the useState from React, of course. Now you can see there is no error. Okay. In this we're going to remove this. We don't need that part. Count. Okay. So also we want a button. When we click on it, we need our app to get the count value incremented. So first just add the button here. Let me. You can use whatever name you want to. I just add the click me button. Okay. Also you need to add the event to this button. I'm going to add on click event. This event will get the function increment. Increment. So now we're going to just define the function increment const increment. This is callback function, as you can see. Okay, or here we're going to set count as count plus one. That's all. Here you can see our count get incremented. So what does this code means? So first to implement the use state, you need two variables. One is count and set count. You can give whatever name you want. For our implementation, I use count and set count to increment the count variable by count plus one. So first we need this is the basic syntax of the use state to initialize the use state the functionality. Then we are using the count. Here is the count value. When we refresh this page, the count value is 0 because we have initialized the value as 0 in this part. uh, when when we click on this button, click me button, there is a on click event that will generate our code to this function, and this function get called. And in this function there is a second variable that is set count. It just used to manipulate or change the state of the count. So set count, what is set count saying? Set count saying just increment the count value by one. If you say count value by 3, then it will get incremented by 3, as you can see here. So it is getting incremented by 15. And another use case of there is no only use case of to increment the value. We can change as, as you wanted to. So just control D. Suppose if you want to set the value to 0, then I just implement change the function a bit, then here also, and function name is 0. We're going to set the count value now 0. As you can see, here I need to add the break tag. When we increment this is the value is 21 now, and when you click on the set 0 button, it will get 0. So that's how the use state hook work. Now the second one is use effect hook. Use effect is way too simple than to use state hook. People get people people make it more complex when because it mainly used to fetch the API. Fetching API is not a big part in the front end. Uh, as I think, not everyone thinks like me. So just started. Be with me. I will show you how the the use effect will work. Then we just need API, yeah, JSON API. Okay, not not that free JSON API. Okay, yeah, internet is too slow. Dummy JSON. Sorry. This is not what I wanted. I wanted a API that will give me some free. Okay, okay, not this. Okay, I will use this API. Control C. First, just I will use fetch function to fetch the API. Then just convert the API. The API content is data. This data is kind of string data, or we can say the object data which we want this data to JSON. So just we will convert it to JSON. This is a callback function. Then JSON. Okay, JSON. Okay, then just dot. We want to just log the data into our terminal. For that, and here is the error. Now it is gone. So just log the data. You can see the result in our app. Here is our app. Okay, here is our app. So as you can see, this API is working fine. We have contained the array 1 4 1 4 2 5 entries. So that's not our case. So just implement the use state. So the main problem while fetching the API is whenever we click on this button or any button, it will get log in our terminal. As you can see, whenever I click it here, it will get log and log again and again. So this makes our app more complex and more not that much optimal to use. So we just don't want our app to get data again and again. So we will mm, just add this the fetch API function in our useEffect hook. That's why useEffect we're using for. I don't want to write the whole data again and again. So, so useEffect hook just have the two parameters as you can see. The first one is a function and callback function, and another one is dependency array. Dependency array. For now, we're not adding anything in the dependency array. So just add that function, the fetch API function in this code, in this use effect hook, and as you can see, what changes we have made. Yeah. So if we click on this, our data, our fetch API data, our fetch data is not get logged in our terminal, as you can see. So that's how the use effect hook is work. In use effect hook work in the React.js. When React uses the component render functionality in the front end part. So whenever we click on the button, it get the whole data in the whole data on this app.js get rendered again and again. So use effect just avoid that work and just whenever it sees the API, any API call, it just render the one time only, at the single time only, when the app get rendered or app get awoke on the web page the first time. And what is dependency array? The work of this dependency array, as you can see, I will just add the count value here. If we want, if our app have multiple API functions or maybe multiple API to get the data from, so in that case, we need a button or anything to invoke that API. Uh, in my case, where I'm using the count variable to invoke this API function. If we click on this button, only this button, then only it will get incremented. So that's why we are using the dependency array. Uh, Hopefully, I think you will get the idea